My name is Samantha Lewis, and I'm from Lennox Island First Nation, located in Prince Edward Island. I'm a women's fancy shawl dancer and a newborn hoop dancer. I've been fancy shawl dancing for 9 years. As a dancer, it's hard you have to express yourself a lot with the different footwork and movements of your body, and so as a young girl starting dancing, you really have to just set aside your shyness and just get out there and just dance your heart out. So now I've started competition dancing with women's fancy shawl, and the women's fancy shawl originated from a men's dance, and the men's dance is the men's fancy dance, where they have the bustle, their lower back and their upper back, and it's very fast, vibrant dance for the men. And there was a story of a young lady who wanted to start dancing, and so she dressed up as a men's fancy dancer, painted her face, and went out and started competing against all these men, and she started winning all these competitions. And so the elders had noticed this individual person and wanted to find out who that winner was, the champion. And to their surprise, it was a girl. It was a woman dancing against all these men and winning. So the elders had decided that it was time for the young women to have a dance of their own, which today is now known as the women's fancy shawl. And so instead of the bustles on their back, the women will wear shawls over their shoulders with very vibrant colors, long fringes, and it's to represent the transformation from cocoon to a butterfly. It also represents the transformation from a young girl to a woman. I'm really new at hoop dancing. I've just started. It's only my second year. I taught myself to hoop dance. Many hours watching videos of the dancing, and I made my own hoops. So the teachings that I get from the hoop dance is like teachings from the medicine wheel. Each direction has an animal that is represented, like the bear, or the eagle, the turtle. And then we have our 4 sacred medicines that's represented on the medicine wheel, which is sage, cedar, sweetgrass, and tobacco. The 4 stages of life. When you're born, you become a young adult, then you're an adult, and then you become an elder. And so all those teachings from the medicine wheel is you visually share those teachings through the hoops, and you begin with 1. And that circle is like the earth we walk on, is shaped in a circle. The sun and the moon and the stars are shaped in a circle. For myself, I dance with 17 hoops. That's as far as I got for now. And you begin with 1, and then eventually you'll end with all 17 hoops. And throughout the dance, you gradually add on another hoop to make something significant to our traditional teaching. So you make like a braid of sweetgrass, or like a frog, like we have the frog clans, or a flower, a dream catcher. And at the end, you have all 17 hoops, and then you have two worlds, 1 in each hand. And I like to call it the sun and the moon. And then eventually you take those 2 worlds and you put them together, combine them into 1. And to finish off, you just end with 1. What I like to do is to honor the 4 directions as the last part of my dance.